as like a protagonist.
He wrote.
Yeah. Jason Bateman.
He agreed to do an extra season of Arrested Development so that they would let him make that show. Because he wrote, direct, and produced it.
Oh, that's cool.
Ozark is one of my favorite new shows that I've seen.
Agreed. I really liked Hannibal. I started to watch that recently. But that's not so new.
I can't watch that stuff.
Why?
It's too gory.
It's not gory. I'm only like 3 episodes in. I haven't seen
too disturbing. Like I don't like being disturbed when I watch TV.
What's disturbing about it?
It's about Hannibal Lecter, right?
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's more of a character drama.
Mm-hmm.
Kyle, the look you're giving is not selling me that. It's just.
I think Kyle's full of shit right now. That's my assessment.
No.
All right. We're going to try something different here, guys. We've got 5 picks. That was your designated number. We're going to talk about the game. We have a major slot at stake here.
Talk about Dota. That is something different, LD, for
Yeah,
us.
I know. You and Kyle, I'm dragging you into the fold.
Oh, man.
So it's a switch up. We see the Night Stalker and the Tree banned out in the first phase by Cignal, so that's a big departure for them. And Drake going into Keeper of the Light, then following up with Ember Mirana, and then you've got some beefy boys on the Cignal side, Ogre, Bristle, and the Lesh as well.
Cool. Bristle's looked like a really solid hero every time I've seen it. Doesn't even have to feel like it's a great Bristle game to counter anything. It just seems overall solid, and it's going to be not an offlane Bristle, it seems, with this Abaddon pick. So we saw, offlane Bristle over in Europe, and this will be probably one position.
I like it. This core Abaddon has looked consistently insane when I've been watching it. Liquid just crushed NIP off the backs of a really nice performance by Boxy. And I like the build that he went. I don't know why everyone's not doing it, where you just go 1-1 and then max your curse. It is absolutely insane. And when you skip your Q, which I've seen a couple times, you can't deny yourself, which is the most broken part about playing Abaddon. Like, especially
you don't
core.
like the 0-2-2 build?
No, your Q also level 1. If I'm not mistaken, it's like 75 damage. It might even be 100. It got nerfed recently, but
I think if you're laning with a hero that can
120 damage or
it's
heal.
good for getting range creeps. But if whoever you're laning with can do that, I think you can. There's situations where you might not need it.
But the shield increases by 30 damage absorbed, whereas your Q is 75 self damage but 120 damage heal.
Yeah.
It's there's no reason not to get it.
There's like a mana problem. You don't have mana to use all these spells in lane. That using that Q is one less shield potentially.
Well, you get 2 Qs per shield in terms of mana cost.
Yeah.
So
roughly,
I could see what you're saying. I just feel like you should skill it. Most times.
It also helps make sure the shield pops right away too, which sometimes if you don't, then they get like a heal off, someone TP's in. So.
The choice is that if you don't get it at 4, you're getting it at like level 8, and that to me is less than ideal.
Yeah.
The curse is really broken though. It's so much attack speed. When it pops, it's 60% slow, 100 attack speed at max level.
Adroit with the bounty hunter grab.
Into Abaddon Bristle.
Wow.
Yeah, like these guys are running at you, taking towers early. There's not many. I mean, even Ogre. There's one potentially squishy hero who's going to be a core, it looks like.
Is Bounty a core?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. They got Mirana. Okay, let's say Bounty as a 4 seems awful, but...
So this is off-lane Bounty?
You might just want to be... Even safe lane against like the Abaddon, you just steal his gold over and over again. That's kind of what was theory crafted, but maybe off-lane makes more sense because this hero does not scale as a 1. I think you give him too much farm and you're like, what are you doing? You've got a 1-position Bounty. But the general concept with Bounty is you win the economy battle when you're playing this hero as a core. Could even play it as a mid when you have a melee hero matchup. If maybe they know Signalites are on mid Bristle or something.
I'm very interested to see this because this is like a total departure from what they did last game as far as the composition, the style. Very like the other lineup was team fight heavy, push heavy. All about the PL in the late game and just space creators for him. And they're still going to grab the PL. So
they're ready for it.
Very like single target heavy. And they're walking into a big 5-man death ball now.
Man, if there was a game to win a Cignal, this has got to be it, right? This is like their
looks
lineup's
so
near
good for
indestructible.
Cignal.
Yeah.
At least to me.
There's no BKB piercing disable, so if Enigma picks one up, that'll be a easy black hole on whoever he wants. PL still will create issues if you get to the late game. It's just going to be much more difficult to get there. And I will say Adroit is utilizing the same concept as the previous game. Nightstalker tree band out, so they pick Bounty Hunter. They have Moran Invis. They still have these tools to collect map control and get initiation. It's just...
They just seem like weaker tools.
Yeah, exactly. It's not
Bounty
beefy.
versus Nightstalker.
Yeah.
That's just like, okay, one of those sounds like a legit scary hero.
Yeah.
The other is like, he's annoying, he's not scary.
No.
He's annoying because he's poking away at your gold in the lane, but I
Yeah.
mean, you get past the lane stage and he's just food.
Nightstalker's flying. Bounty Hunter's Invis. Nightstalker AoE voids. Bounty Hunter throws a shuriken.
And AoE
AoE
silences.
shuriken? Because you're talking about axe. If they
It
both
bounces
have axe,
the track.
yeah,
Oh.
And they've got the coddle, you know. They're going to Ignis into some, searing chains and slight Marana Ags damage.
That is a cool-
bouncing shuriken.
Dude, look at this bounty cosmetic. That looks sick with the claw.
He just picked it so they could he could put the cosmetics
Looks
on.
like a Freddy claw.
Combine that with
Edward
his little
Scissorhands.
his hat. Oh my god, I want to play some bounty hunter seeing that.
What's his left hand? Is that a hand holding a dagger? A little shiv?
It looks like it, yeah, Shiv. Alrighty.
The
Cignal
disco.
Ultra must-win game. There's the bounty hunter claw. We don't care about you, Coddle. Get out of the way.
All right. Can they force the game 3? That is the question.
In theory.
Prepare for battle.
Yeah, I like the triple mango build on Abaddon. It's very nice. So much regen in the lane.
Oh yeah, and he's gonna be throwing nukes all over the place or shields. Already skilling shield level 1. Thoughts, Kyle?
No comment. I think it's fine. I can make an argument for E. The one thing I've seen Boxy do that I really agree with that most Abaddons are skipping is the Orb of Venom.
Oh, they're going to find a first blood here. Bounty Hunter walking right into all 3. They've got the sentry up, the goose stacking. Just one more auto attack. Will do the trick, and it's Jamesy who grabs it. Very well played.
The mid-lash, an early null to start off.
Yeah, it's not what you like to see, and now they're going to go straight onto Marana. She's already skilled up the arrow. 4 stacks. I think she's dead too.
Oh my.
Oh boy, the goose stacks and the bruising Bash brothers trying to bring her down. Arrow comes through, but not enough.
I love that. I did not realize after the change to Viscous Goo, it's 12 mana. That's actually an insane level 1 ability.
We talked about this yesterday, Kyle. What do you mean you didn't realize?
I did realize, but I'm just
Okay, you're
pretending for the
reiterating. Oh, yeah,
viewers
yeah,
that
yeah.
it's a new piece of information. They're in the know. They're special.
Absolutely.
But yeah, of course, we've known that.
Yeah. Yeah, it used to be
Of
you'd
course we know
skip
that.
goo and not get till level 8.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You'd go like, well, even later sometimes. You go like 0-4-4 because 30 mana cost goo was just not something you could lane with.
Yeah.
You needed to use quills.
It's a great start. I already favored their draft a bit, but Cignal now should have that laning advantage that everybody dreams of.
Yeah, this is about as good as it gets early on for them.
Particularly like a mid 1v1 where you're a range here against this Ember Spirit with an early null talisman, damage advantage, harass advantage. You can have such a big edge because of that.
This is the Coddle PL dual lane, though. So,
Ooh, classic.
Abaddon going to have his work cut out for him.
Yep.
Let's-
And he is being kind of left alone. Enigma denying some range creeps to pull the lane back, so they've got that lane equilibrium being manipulated. So Abaddon can actually have a lane because of this. I believe he denied 2 range creeps, and then he's now in the jungle.
I don't think it's looking great for the Bounty Hunter here. You come in, you try to just get
Yeah.
that casual Janata proc off, and you're getting smacked back quite a few times by a much tankier hero.
Oh, yeah. This is you don't like playing Bounty into Bristle. This whole draft from Adroit really just not making sense to me, to be completely honest.
As much as, yeah, you're a melee hero against Bristle with Janata, it's like you die.
Yeah.
You go up to right-click him, like, yeah, he got goo, but I don't think that's a big shocker, considering he's up against a Bounty Hunter.
And into the mid-late game, like, you don't ever want to target a Bristleback. Your
Yep.
crits are just tickling.
And now he is being left alone because Marana is going to try to deal with the Enigma. Does have a ward up, so we'll see.
Arrow
this
coming mid, arrow coming
rotation.
mid. Whoa!
Looks like
Big
they are going to
arrow.
get the Lesh kill with this, as the stun won't be there in time.
That's sick. He also will deny a bit of the wave, it looks like.
The fun of laning against Abaddon.
It's not. It's not fun.
That's a solo. He's PL freeform, right? Oh, he's only got 9 CS.
Yeah. Well, he used all of his mana at the first couple of waves. He has some now thanks to the friendly mangoes.
Did
He-
have to
he-
pump a mango.
And there was the, 2 range creeps tonight by Enigma, but
Yeah.
even so, that's 2 CS. It did mess up where the lane was a bit.
Surprised they're not dual laning more, but you have Enigma, it's fine. Enigma Abaddon, typically you have issues with if your offlaner is punished because there's nothing Enigma could really do to help out. And if you keep this like 3-on-2 setup where the Mirana will be roaming to try and stop the jungle, I mean, the problem is Abaddon's just such a strong offlaner now, but
Well,
in
yeah.
theory you could crush these heroes hard with
He's
the numbers advantage.
already level 3, so the lane's, I think, going fine. Oh, Curious Knight mid. 1 second's going to go flying. It's flying. Oh, that was close.
Well, Nando dropping kind of low here, bottom. He did go for a big tower dive, and will Bach get the kill stun. Goo can look to turn this around, perhaps. He's running back in with the quills and the Goo stacks.
Another Janata.
Yeah,
Might
he's trying to
dive,
kite
yeah.
him as best he can.
That's good for Bounty, though. He's bullied Bristle out of lane.
I think Bristle took some tower shots when he was diving there. Arrow coming through, will connect on Van, and Stick not going to be able to get it off in time. So Adroit's rotations helping salvage these lanes for them. Mid's going well now.
Ember's
PL's
winning.
farming effectively.
Yeah, Ember's winning the 1v1 despite Leshrac getting first blood. Did, of course, get that gank rotation, but... Oh, no, the arrow mid. Gonna miss.
Oh, regen pickup for Mac. And Boomy's had quite the impact here.
Yeah. And even, like, that arrow missing is okay because you secure the rune. So it's... Yeah, great if you get the arrow, get a kill, but rune control in this 1v1 where your Ember has a bottle is such a big deal.
Yeah, it is 4 cores effectively against 2.
And
I don't really count the bounties thus far.
Sure, but at the same time, Adroit is punishing the fact that they have got this greedy lineup and they're running this, Enigma in the jungle. They're able to rotate around Mirana, find these kills.
Look at bottom. This poor bounty hunter, he's just getting dusted. And he's dead.
4 stacks of the Goo up, and they will get the kill.
Yeah, that last Janata off.
Meanwhile, they are looking to make a dive here on Jamesy. Well, Boomy's going to back off.
Bounty rune's coming up.
And Van trying to duel it. Here, go for it. Good blinding light.
Van still
Manages to pick it up, though. So a 3 for 1, though, overall. Coming out a bit on top.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Still anybody's game. I will say that while the PL doesn't have as easy of a time, Ember Spirit in this game is now the one with a lot of freedom to perhaps make changes. Although he might just die mid. He's got Flame Guard in a stack and a big stick.
Oh, he's going to try to
Turn
stay
and fight.
alive here. Looks for the turn. Gets off the slide. Will end up going down, though. Jamesy.
Jamesy just hit level 6 and immediately went hit a stun. That was just winning the race to level 6. If Ember got 6 first, it could have been a kill the other way.
And you know why he won that race? That's right. First blood.
Was it?
Nando.
He didn't get much XP for that first blood, though, right?
But that's what
Sure
it was.
he is.
It was just enough. Ember was 1 creep away from 6.
Yeah. We'll blame the Mirana for leeching some XP mid.
Could have been the Enigma as well.
Dire are scanning.
He was over on this side of the map
He
at
may
some
be
point.
denying some range creeps mid or something.
Lesh really wanted that invis bottom. That's unfortunate. That would have been a kill somewhere on the map.
Well, it actually seems like this Bounty Hunter pick is working out pretty well as far as keeping the Bristle off the lane. Losing a lot of HP, not really particularly far ahead in net worth. Like, honestly, to me, so far, so good.
Bounty has almost the same net worth as Bristle, despite a 0-2.
Mirana hasn't been here for a lot of it.
I actually am totally okay with how this game's going. I will see how Bounty does in the mid game, because that's where, this hero's no Night Stalker or anything, but it's kind of creating this economy
Radiant's
game.
bottom tower is under attack.
The thing that's funny about Bounty is all the gold you steal is unreliable. So you you always have like a full death cost as bounty. It's one of the downsides of the way the ability is works.
Spend your gold.
Yeah.
He will sneak in, looking for the Enigma. This is kill
Track kill.
opportunity, level 5. First track kill of the game, perhaps, as they blinding light him back. And it looks like they will get the frag in the end. Nicely done.
Should have gone for that.
Good
Waited
rotation.
for another Janata. Didn't get the value play.
Killing Enigma is pretty bad. They'll go for the stun here. Combo. Oh, no, Boomy. Leaping out again. Space created.
He's doing a really nice job. I like this decision. There's no reason to keep bounty bottom. Now the dust's picked up by Bristle. You're just going to effectively die anytime they want to go for you. But Moran, of course, with that leap away, should be able to sustain or at the very least soak some XP. And now Bounty can go play with the PL and his mid-Ember, which is really ideal.
Looking for the arrow. But Nando just juking to the left a bit. He'll get out of there.
Oh, he
Pops
didn't
the
get the hit.
dust.
What was that?
I think he didn't quite channel his attack enough.
Radiant's middle tower.
This is opening up the other lanes, though. Max slowly, very slowly sieging this tower mid. PL, of course, farming effectively. Enigma's still trying to get to level 6.
Yes, Enigma's progressing kind of slowly. Has decent farm though. Arcane Boots, the Buckler. Not really anything to worry about.
And so far, it's really been Adroit moving around the map. Cignal content to stay in their lanes for the most part. Arrow. Ooh, all these shots are close.
Box is trying so hard to get that Janata hit off, but he's being kited around.
A lot of stacks up on him. Boomy's going to leap in. Gets off the Starfall. Here comes
Oh.
Ember. Triple Remnant
Ole.
commitment. Uh-oh.
He's got no seer
That's a
chain.
lot.
Oh, he's
He
got
will get him with the slight, but now he's under the tower, tanking the black hole. Arrow coming through too late to cancel it. They lose the Ember for the Bristle, and now they
Dang,
might
Jesus.
lose
He knows
Bach
him. He
as
knows him.
well.
Yeah?
What?
The jukes?
What?
The jukes?
Oh.
Not happening. Jamesy just all up in his head, knows exactly which way he's going to go. They
Damn.
did get the dust off at the very end there,
He's
but
a
didn't need it.
Jamesy's a better seeker than James Potter, if you ask me. That man was doing work. That it helps because you had the edict showing his position. However, the
And the
little
edict
step
wore off
back,
at the
yeah,
end, yeah.
that was cool.
And Grimm's trying to get away here. He's full HP, though. Should be okay. It's Jamesy that Mac wants to pursue. Does have a Remnant Searing Chains, but the tier 1's still up. So they're going to back off, head towards Grimm's instead, where Van is waiting on the sidelines. PL's going to join this as well. Shields himself, and they do have the track here on the Ogre. He tries to run away, but Ember there to cut him off at the pass. Illuminate not going to connect. Still they chase forward, looking for the Sabaton kill. Under the tower, Courier flying in, and Courier getting the hell out. All these dire wards concentrated on the top half of the map, trying to slow down the Enigma and
Yeah.
helping them set up these kills here.
I actually really like that strategy. I think more teams have been employing it recently. It was something we saw at TI as well, where teams heavily invest in vision on one half of the enemy side of the map, and then you can play the other area, make it dead. So you just keep like one here, like this Marana bottom, right? He doesn't need vision. He's just going to camp behind his tower and try to survive. Nice arrow, though. And meanwhile, the rest of your team can play around this insane vision. Usually, if I sentry a ward, I assume that I've somewhat reclaimed an area of the map. If there's 3 other wards, it doesn't really make much of a difference.
Oh, they have the sentry here, walking right into it. Jamesy did not expect this. They were just waiting for Bach to arrive so they could get off the track, get the 3-hero track kill. Beautifully done. Very patient play, and now chasing Grims, who stops to stun a creep. He may pay with his life for
These
that.
are
In
track
fact,
kills.
he will. That's 2 3-hero track kills.
Yep.
Easy gold.
It's not the insane gold that spell used to be, but it's still decent amount that adds up. And Bach is just continuing to steal gold as well with that Janata, so he's looking like a pretty solid impact on this game so far.
Boomy just baiting this Bristle in, and reinforcements arriving momentarily. They don't have the black hole here. The mech's picked up. They want to push, and they're going to pay for it as Nando walks right into the waiting arms of 3 heroes. Maybe not.
So
No,
tanky
he's
with
feeling
Vanguard.
tanky. He's feeling like he can take this fight. CML will end up going down. forcing Bach on his heels. Sentry Ward deployed by the Dire here. Dust comes out, but Bach's very fast with that track. Should be able to get back to safety. Grimm's even lunging forward. Suddenly a rumble here in the bottom lane with 7 heroes arriving. Van's still happy to finish up his Vlads on the top side of the map, though.
Yeah, Enigma with this mech, that helped the Bristle out. Got down to about 100, 150 health, and then got healed up.
Ember's joining this as well, and they have to back off. They're trying to catch somebody out. Arrow comes through with the chains. Great combo play from Adroit, but can they finish the job? They will kill the Bristle through the back. And Aris with the black hole now, but will he have a good opening for it? They're just going to slowly work him down, trying to spread these heroes out. Grims will get caught too. Ember roasting him, and they'll get another track kill.
Wait for the track, wait for the track, wait for the track, wait for the track.
And they get it.
There you go. That's
4
so much gold.
track kills.
They just
Actually,
skyrocketed with that.
yeah, they're almost up to
And look at the PL. Same scenario. He's huge.
And kind of similar to last game, they're going to hit this early timing with PL, where they're really
Defusal
strong.
completed now. You can't just sit here and lane against him as Van anymore.
And then they're also going to have the late game timing. So Ember, Bounty, they're ready to fight, and PL is going to join into some of this fun.
Bach continue to create space. Well, we question, can Bounty Hunter really pull it off? But with, I think, Cignal not respecting the track kills, they're quickly finding that, you know, he can be a threat. And PL's coming in towards top. They want to keep on grouping up with this mech. Take some objectives. They're going to bring 5 heroes to the top lane. They're forfeiting that bottom tower. But PL will try to hold the line here, sends the illusions in onto Aris. Does the black hole come out? Oh, Yule's to set this up. The Ignis coming in. Oh, huge rotation from Adroit. The whole gang's about to be in town. They're trying to get some heroes low. Still afraid of the black hole, respecting it. Stalling out this push. Nando into the back lines. And they will manage to cage the bounty hunter, kill him off. Looking perhaps for the PL next. Also chasing back the Keeper of the Light. So a full retreat from Adroit. But they did get the bottom tower.
Teeny bit too aggressive from the Bounty there. He had very low mana. He was poking in and out, throwing tracks, and ends up getting caught out.
Speaking of aggression, Nando, oh, he did lose the goose stacks, but now deep under the tower.
Whoa.
Will they have the help they need for him? Shield comes through. They're very strong when they're 5-manning here. They still have that black hole, but no mana for it from the mana burn and the mech usage. And Grimm's also getting drained of all of his mana. Cignal getting very punished when they spread out even slightly. That's another track kill for at least 2 heroes, maybe more. Abaddon now trapped out as well. The black hole coming through, but completely able to juke away there. The Ember dodges through it. The Bounty Hunter as well. And now they're going to get another track kill, bringing down the Enigma, jumping forward for more. Everybody getting shredded on the Cignal side. A full team wipe. Nobody getting caught. Nando, the one left standing for the moment, but surely they'll be able to bring him down. Chasing forward.
Shit.
A complete whiff and a disaster for the whole Cignal squad.
This is a return of the Mac, my man. Wow. Wow. Did you see the slight dodge while remnanting so that he could juke the Enigma hole? He saw him setting up for it. He creates the whiff. That is unbelievable. And you've said this a lot, Gods. If there's a region that's got some insanely talented mid players, it's SEA.
Oh, yeah.
And wow.
I mean, this is a guy non-SCA Dota followers would never have heard of, too. This is just some guy, you know, some Filipino pub player. There's so much talent here, and he's just styling over them.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Wow.
They played that fight so well.
Their
Like, the
whole team is very elusive. You know, you've got the Murano leap, the move speed from the track, the Ember mobility, the PL obviously with Doppelganger. Like, it's hard to hit a black hole just by the nature of the heroes.
They just poke in and out, and it's like they're never really committing to the fight. PL's just going to constantly chip away at their mana pool. It's this just hit and run poke style where by the time you fight, you can't really use all your spells.
Just feels like they're completely outplaying Cignal right now. They're going to find Grims again. They're fighting under the Shrine. Very confident stuff here. They'll drop the Ignis, and heading to the north is the Leshrac. You can just see how scattered Cignal are in these fights. They're going to get one kill. They're looking for more. Another dodge, this time by Natsumi. That should be the death of the Leshno. That perhaps with the Abaddon support, they'll be able to survive. But elsewhere, Aris is getting caught out. He's tracked. He's dead. They just isolate these heroes, descend on them, and feast. And now they lunge forward, looking for more. Doesn't manage to get the chains on Van.
Those are both track kills again.
Yeah.
Every kill seems to be a track kill with the way things are going right now. They're going to try to... They can't even seem to get the silence off on Mac.
And they're playing so well around this Coddle, too. I saw only Alliance do it. Or not Alliance, sorry, Liquid. They've been doing this as well with like PA with Embers, where they use their spells, and then Coddle gives mana, and suddenly they're just still ready to go. They can hop out if needed.
Especially these low cooldown spells like Sleight of Fist. It's so
Yeah,
good.
there it is. It's just so busted. Because you deal all this high damage, you can play super aggressive, but then your escape mechs are still active. So you're never truly committed to a fight.
Mac's going to jump away here. And just like that, when they feel like they can't take the fight anymore, they disperse.
Disperse is a good word. Do you ever play the game Space Word Ho? Old school was on DOS, I think, but that was a great game.
What is it called?
Space Word Ho. Like,
What is it?
you had to like take over. You like built starships. You tried to take over the universe, pretty much.
So how do you go from saying disperse is a good word to... Have you ever played the game
you could
Space
play
Word Ho?
because you could play the game. You could have a dense universe or a sparse universe because travel time was built into the turns. You know, you had to travel. Things were light years
Okay.
away. So disperse and sparse, and then we got to Space Word Ho.
The way of
Kyle, do you
That's how it
do you have
works.
ADD?
What?
Do you have ADD?
undiagnosed, I guess, maybe.
I don't know.
I'm diagnosing you
I don't know.
as a
I feel like
professional psychiatrist.
ADD is just like, I don't know. I feel like it's a buzzword.
It's not a bad thing. It's just
Is that
a brain that bounces around quickly.
Man, watching Mac just bounce around in this mid lane,
They can't even push in.
He's
They're
just
trying so hard.
standing in front of 4 or 5 heroes. He knows he's unkillable.
Dire's middle tower
He's just constantly sliding with this Maelstrom, and
Oh,
PL's coming from
Natsumi's
behind.
come in from behind. Is this an opportunity? The black hole, he's
Oh
already
my
out of
God.
mana. He can't get it off, but Reese just going to pay with his life. The Ignis sucks
what
them back into the chains. They bounce him up to the high ground. It's like we're watching a pinball machine. And
got
the
the
pinballs
chakra.
are Cignal, and now Grims is going to be next.
Oh
A
my
double
God.
chains. How does he do it? Mac is styling, and Jamesy likely dead,
Oh.
just out of range.
give him the chakra. We'll have another.
Yeah, he's still going to chase for this. Doesn't have any
Oh,
remnants.
he
Heads
guessed
to the
wrong.
north.
Nah,
Can't believe he
saw
got
him.
both of them with the chains.
There's Nando here. They might get this
Although he'll
instead.
get this kill as well. That'll be another track kill.
Dude, I would doubted the bounty. I should not have. They have gotten
man.
so many track kills. Holy crap.
Do you feel like if both teams are playing equally well, like should they get that many, or is it just outplay?
I think they gave Bounty too free of a lane. They need to just keep the support there and punish the fact that this hero is terrible in lane. Like,
Yeah.
he should have not had a game from the start.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
I think just the way they played it was wrong.
I mean, Adroit has looked like the better team.
They do. It does feel like they're just straight up.
Yeah.
You know,
They're-
the communication's better, the movement's better. They just
For
seem
sure.
more coordinated in these fights.
It's hard to like punish heroes when you have a greedy jungle Enigma too. It's like you basically only have one support to cover your lanes, and that meant PL someone's free farming or several heroes are free farming.
The prize is mine.
Yeah, it's just really fun to watch. And back to the ADD thing, right? That's a diagnosable medical issue, and I don't think it'd be fair to say that you have that when you haven't been told it by a doctor. But if you've been on the internet for the last 10 years, I don't know how the hell you've maintained a healthy attention span.
Well, unhealthy attention span, I guess, and ADD are in theory two different things. But Bach catching out a
Another
Reese
kill.
again, and another track kill. They're so good about making sure they wait until the track goes off. They'll pop fans, borrow time. He continues retreating, but illusions continue pressing forward. Ember under the
perfect
tower.
stun, perfect
4
stun.
heroes there. That's got to be a big opening. They'll take it. They'll get the kill. Desperately needed, but
That is a lot harder than it looks. You have 1 frame to land a stun, or Ember will slight and then dodge your stun. So perfect timing there by Jamesy.
frame perfect.
Correct. Maybe you have a second frame for just viewer or player input, but it's only those.
Well, Boomy's going to get this tier 2. Perhaps he managed to cancel the TP mid, which means there's a siege creep push coming in. Enigma may even just want to black hole this.
I mean, this is a fat Mirana. She's got an Aghanim Scepter and a Blink, so probably worth. Oh,
Yep,
stun
another one.
comes
They got
through.
the kill
Pulse
back.
Nova.
Yeah.
Perfect again.
Not needed. Yeah, Lesh did pick up his Kaya, so a little more burst damage coming out from him as they're going to find Nando here. Not enough follow-up, though, it looks like. Just harassment, really. It's gonna get chased out. 4 goose stacks on him. Does this bristle keep on going? He wants to. The quills are just not doing all that much, though, to the bounty hunter. It feels like going to take a long time to bring him down, and he's quickly mono-leaked and nothing left to work with as Mac just sits there farming the Ancients right on the high ground, also in position to catch some fleeing heroes if they see an opening. He'll get Yules, though. They found him, and they get the stun off again with the Pulse Nova. It's enough. Cignal get the kill.
He just respawned and died the exact same way.
This is the difference with the Night Stalker.
Yep,
you know, you can have him out there frontlining. Instead, it is really the Ember and the PL, the Bounty Hunter, these squishier heroes that often need to be leading the charge if they want to go for kills. Bounty does have a BKB now, so he'll be a tough takedown.
Yeah, it was just you know, a couple bad sequence of events kind of plays from Adroit, but they're still in the driver's seat with this free farming PL.
Yep. And that's, again, it's like, yeah, we haven't won the game just yet, but end of the day, level 25 PL, we've said it last game, we'll say it again, you don't have a legitimate way of dealing with him. And it's not about dealing damage is the issue. It's how do you continue to stay in a fight when you run out of mana on heroes like Bristle, on heroes like Lesh.
Well, I think the fact you ran out of mana also means you don't deal damage. Like,
yes.
This was how we saw OG play against the Bristleback at TI. It was like, let's get this Diffusal Blade Gyrocopter, burn his mana pool, and suddenly Bristle's not really a hero when he can't spam quills.
Yep. Your whole, you actually just ignore the health pool. If you can kill Bristle's mana, you have won.
Enough. Blink forward, get that Malefice off on Mirana, but the follow-up isn't there, and now look at the quick reaction. Sweeping in from behind is Bach with the BKB. He can start the party as Grims is already low. They get the track off. Can they finish him, though? Blinking in is the Mirana. Finds that quick Starstorm kill with the Aghanim Scepter. So Cignal forced back in their base, and the map just doesn't feel safe. You know, unless all 5 are on top of each other, Adroit can pick you apart.
Cuddle's cast range with Aether Lens and the Talon is pretty nuts.
Yeah, we haven't talked too much about the Coddle pick, but these, the Ignis and the blinding lights, like the way he's been able to bounce them around in fights has been very disruptive.
I think the chakra usage has been even better. That's my favorite part of watching him play this far. You can see him right there. Like, he's using it consistently, aggressively on the Bristleback, who's yet to find a method of cleanse for it. And then he's using it defensively to, like, just give his heroes that extra round of spells.
It does land mid.
Is there follow-up for this? Doesn't look like it.
Because if you force the Abaddon to shield off a chakra, that means he won't have one for the track.
They found something. Mirana caught out Pulse Nova. Hooker not in range. Suddenly, he's going to get turned on. An arrow quick chains combo, and
beautiful.
Down he goes. A rare non-track kill, but they'll still take it.
They're just playing so faster on the map. Like, look at how they have control. They've just cut it. They've got 80% right now.
I mean, the Boomies just kept this bottom lane pushed non-stop. He had such a fast Ag Scepter on Mirana. Not going for any of those, like, 4-star Fuel Scepter items before the Ags, that is.
Helps when you have a Bounty Hunter on your team.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, everyone just found that much faster. They've got the top 4 net worth heroes. Mirana is a core. We talked about Radiant having 4 cores. Droid saying, no, that's us.
You're only a core if you have items. That's the strat. And they just keep on shoving in the lanes here, pushing in mid for the moment while PL is roshing. It'll take a while, but don't see how Cignal can contest this there. Yeah. If you look at this dire vision, like, they see everything important.
I think this is also, this game is a perfect example of how just rudimentary lane decisions can make a huge difference. Mirana's just played bottom the whole game, and that's game planned. The 4 position can just sit there. He's played the dead lane the entire game, and that means that, like, PL's doing Roche, Mirana's bottom, the other 3 heroes are just running around together. And it's so easy then for the 2 heroes playing lanes to connect that you never lose map pressure, but you're also able to consistently find these fights as 5, as the Droid have done the whole game. It's just really nice when you split up your lanes properly, how the game can kind of organically flow the way that you want it to.
Oh, that's an Aegis. That's a Heart as well for the PL. They've picked up a Desolator on Bach, so their ability to siege towers has ramped up substantially. Imagine we'll see them start threatening tier 2s, going towards high ground. There's only 1 outer tower remaining. Adroit completely in the driver's seat, already at nearly 20k gold lead. In fact, just cracked it at 27 minutes.
Just don't go for Black Hole.
That's a ballsy leap. Up onto the high ground, then back out. They can't chain the stun just right. Mirana gets out.
Radiant's middle tower has
No harm, no foul.
Not fully committing to this push. They've still got heroes in both top and bottom lane. But they're going to just poke at the tier 3.
Yeah, already down to half HP, and Aris just the volley of PL illusions, forcing him back immediately.
Another arrow.
They get another stun. There's the chains combination. In comes the Illuminate. This all this long range damage and harass. They don't even really have to commit their heroes into a compromising position, and they still get the kill.
Hey guys, heart regen. 1 sec.
Seems good.
Yep.
Give me a moment. All right.
Ember's like, yeah, sure, I got you. Here's a double sleight of fist.
Oh, another
Thanks,
blink
Cuddle.
forward.
This is so much spam.
I know.
This Ember's damage this game is going to be insane.
Well, you've got like the Mirana jumping in
Yeah.
with the Star Storms, the Ember sliding through, the Lances coming in, the Shuriken bounces, and that's without the heroes committing for right clicks. Illuminates from downtown. They got it all.
Boomy tried to get the Enigma, but
Bach pops the BKB. Felt a little under pressure here. So maybe this could be an opportunity. Blinking into
God.
a stun and into
no.
an Illuminate. He can't even get off the black hole. Another painful death for a squad that's already had so many, as Mac will also be forced to BKB and retreat. But
PL's just hitting the racks.
an arrow coming in. Gets off the Starstorm, just toying with their food at this point. And oh yeah, by the way, there is a PL hitting your racks the whole time. Jamesy just can't bring him down quick enough. More arrows, this time not connecting, but threatening. And the melee not quite finished off, but they are going to stick around for this. Enigma's out for 20. There's no black hole threat.
Ember reset, he TP'd and
Back to
Remnant
full
in.
HP, more illusions, more arrows, more Star Storms, and they will force out the borrowed time. They'll change targets. Radiant trying to stay in here for the moment. They need creeps in the base, but now Grims is going to get chewed up, spit out. Nope, not quite dead. Walks into the Illuminate. It's still not enough. The stunts come through. Nando's chasing way back, trying to get Bach, and the rest of Adroit are going to quickly turn on him. He's in too deep. He's going to give up a 5-hero track kill. Most likely tries to turn, tries to run. Slowly being worked on. He's very tanky. Can they keep him alive?
They're just
They
kiting
managed to do so, but now Enigma's walked in to look for the protection. He's going to die again. Still no black hole.
Arrow.
This fight's been going for like a minute and a half. They just can't find the team fight. The Ignis comes through. Nando's tracked up. Still surviving. They just can't kill this Bristleback. That's the one ray of hope they have in this entire fight. But the Rax is about to fall. Can they finish it off? This PL wants it so damn bad. He will lose his Aegis. He's got a full second life to work
No.
with. It's one hit from death.
No.
90 HP. They're going to hole him up. Boomy to the rescue. Snipes him with the arrow and the Slate coming through. And the Starstorm. He's going to get at least one, maybe more. Enigma to drop. They clean up the Ogre. They take the Rax. God, they had to work for it.
Bristle's still chasing.
This
Somebody
Bristol-
stop him.
Is he chasing Bounty?
He's gonna
Bounty-
surely this time he's dead.
He's getting
Surely
so
this
tilted
time.
by Bounty Hunter. He is
Oh,
just
no.
tunnel visioned on him.
Nando's pretty tanky at this point, but as you mentioned,
He's just tunnel
who
vision
cares?
Bounty because he's just
He's just so fed up.
it's PTSD from the laning stage. He just is all in on him, and they're just kiting him. They're rooting him. They're blinding light, pushing him back. I want to say Ember had like 25 sleight of fist usages in that team fight. Then it went for so long. Absolutely insane fight.
Filthy to watch.
We're only 30 minutes, but I feel like this Ember easily has 50k hero damage.
Radiant's top shrine
It's possible.
is under attack.
There's so much happening in the. I don't know what you're supposed to do. Every moment, like you can see the Ogre died a couple times in that same team fight because he's like looking at the fight, he's trying to get his spells off, and then all of a sudden the PL, he's just like, oh hey, that's an Ogre, and just switches.
Yeah, he walks
Purge
in.
is
By
dead.
the time he's in like in fire blast range, he's tanked a spear, a track.
Yeah.
He's getting chained and he's just dead.
And they're playing so well as a squad too. The Coddle specific, I'm telling you, these chakras are on point. He's exclusively using it on teammates that have just casted spells. It's why it feels like Ember is everywhere at once because he's constantly getting that double slight, double chains off.
And the blinding lights have been amazing. Like he's constantly pushing people back. Anytime the Bristle like seems to be in a good spot to get some kills, he's just being pushed around, having his mana drained. And they're going for the checkmate play. PL's going for a silver edge. They're saying enough is enough. This bristleback, we're going to make you killable.
Yeah, they were having trouble killing him. They could bring him down to like half HP with the mana burn, and then, you know, when he's out of mana, yeah, he's not doing damage, but he's also very hard to kill. So, Adroit looking for the final answers here. 1 melee rack's down. They had to work for it. Can they get the next? No Aegis for the time being, but Silver Edge completed. So we'll keep these lanes shoved in. A rare jaunt outwards as Aris pushes top, but doubt he'll be here for long. Trying to get this BKB. He's had the blink, you know, but how do you really find a great blink black hole at this point in the game?
Unlikely to
Radiant's middle barracks
get
are under
more
attack.
than 2, and I think you're lucky if you even get 2.
Radiant's middle
Yeah.
barracks has fallen.
They're just going to play around the edges of the fights, and at best you're getting like a 1 hero black hole and someone that's not even dying. Probably like, you know, PL doesn't die in that black hole most likely.
Double damage empowers me.
So while BKB black hole doesn't have any counters, it's also going to be hard to use.
We've definitely seen...
Oh no.
Aris caught out. Wanted to split push, gonna pay the piper for this. And looks like they'll be collecting their 3 hero track kill again. We're now approaching 30k net worth advantage at 33 minutes.
And it's like, this has just been a clinic. This has been a great game to watch, honestly. And cool for
Painful
the
to play, though.
Philippines. Seriously, the Philippines as a region, with this win, no matter which team were to take it, they'd be sending 8 players to this first major. That's second most of any region, just behind China. That's pretty impressive.
There's still potentially more. Abed from EG will be number 9.
That will be number 9. Good point. I forgot about that. They'll be tied.
They've got to win first. you know.
America's new adopted son.
Yep.
Hey, he's always been ours.
Yeah. And any good player who's playing for an NA org is immediately American. All right, Adroit trying to take that second lane now. Can they do it? They get the chains off. Natsumi just smacking away at these buildings. And in the back lines is Bach. He's trying to buy time and space for his team. They will glyph. They'll back off for the moment, but another tier 3 has fallen. That middle lane, meanwhile, getting shoved in by Boomy. And he got the range racks as well, so they're still finding objectives.
I love what Boomy's doing. He's just forcing pressure on these other waves. He clears the creep wave, so if you only focus top, then these creeps are going to gradually chip away at like the range racks.
Oh, the chains again. The nuke damage flying through. The PL illusions. The spam is everywhere. And Cignal heads for the hills, heads for the fountain. They all have to retreat, and they already lost the melee. Waiting in the tree line is Aris, looking for that magical, miraculous black hole. He won't even get a shot at it, and they've lost a full additional lane.
Yeah.
Walk in, walk out.
This is perfectly played.
I mean, like you said, Kyle, it's been a clinic.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do. That's the problem. If you try and take a fight as Adroit, maybe you get ulted, maybe you mess up, you could lose this game. But as long as they keep Mirana isolated pushing lanes, Coddle in the back, Bounty Hunter being annoying, Ember PL just hits buildings. Ember spams Slight from afar. You can't actually kill anything. You don't even have an initiator.
Yeah.
Your whole plan is Enigma getting a huge ult off, but they're never in a position where you'd get more than one.
Well, your plan was to be the ones pushing them, but it just hasn't gone that way. They'll find a stun here in the PL, not the hero that they're going to catch and bring down successfully. Another big Slight chain combination with the Maelstrom procs, bringing 3 heroes low. Enigma getting clipped on the backside. Still looking for the black hole. I don't even think there he had much of an opportunity.
I think what I really enjoy
Still
about
needs the BKB.
Oh, yeah, he really does. What I enjoy about watching them is that they're playing such good Dota. Like, this is a team, like, if they're going to major, it's like, I could actually see them doing okay with the way they're playing. Like, yeah, they're a totally new team with not much experience, and expectations won't be that high, but they're playing really solid.
Well, last game, it looked like a very solid draft, where if they get ahead with the PL, the Night Stalker just creates space, they siege, the Dazzle keeps everyone healthy, and they take the buildings. But, you know, the execution isn't that hard, but the execution for this lineup, very difficult in comparison to always be positioned properly, you know, win these skirmishes where you're just not as strong 5v5 early. But they played it just right. Now they're in position to take the third lane. Natsumi coming in, starting to work on that melee racks. Meanwhile, up top, you do see Bach dragging the Lishrak over there, away from the core fight where he wants to be. Slights continue to rain in, the illusions chipping
Enigma
and
sold
chipping.
mech for BKB, so one last hurrah.
Even if he gets that big black hole, they're at least, what, like 4 fights away from turning this game around.
I mean, it's a 3-minute cooldown or whatever, and there's buybacks if they really want. There's Roshan. Aegis is like the counter to black hole in that sense as well.
And speaking of, they're already grabbing it.
Yep.
She's up this time too. Scotty basically done if Natsumi wants to go for it, and the dreaded level 25 PL on the horizon. They're going to smoke. And look who's there to break it. CML in position. Moonlight Shadow popped. Quick retreat. Roche is in the critical red zone where maybe Cignal can snipe this. They're just going to march into the PL's waiting arms, and he gets to work slashing at them with the illusions. Starting to drain their mana.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, they've
drain their
caught the
mana
bounty
before
hunter.
fighting.
They're already getting spread out. Bristleback entirely out of mana so early in this fight. Can they get anything done? Now turning for Bach, but with this BKB, Jamesy can't finish him off. They're just getting played with, and Enigma as well as Ogre already picked off, chewed up, spit out. Van's going to be next. That's a 5-hero track kill. That's the Roche. If they bother, they're just going to go for the racks instead. Never even got to use the black hole or the BKB. Easy for Adroit.
They're just having fun with it.
They are. I mean, they understood. They see this. They're playing so well. They had the ward there, so Coddle's positioned to pop the smoke and have the high ground vision, immediately force stuffs away. They don't risk an Aegis steal. They just say, well, we got to fight them, chip away at their mana, then take the fight. Easy fight. Enigma doesn't even get a chance to use BKB or Black Hole because of the way they just peel them away, peel them off, and
Get a few more
Super
kills
simple
here
fight.
to close it out. Van's borrowed time gets popped. Remnant forward, grab the Lesh. That's a dieback. Adroit moments away from securing their major spot. The black hole, for what it's worth, coming in, but do they have the follow-up damage? Can they get anyone? Doesn't look like it. Max surviving, backing off. Malefice took him low.
Got the heart.
Just barely get an
no.
insta buyback. And now they come right back, roaring forward onto Nando, trying to bring him down quickly at that with the Silver Edge. And now they'll take down the racks. That's going to be Megas.
This is so demoralizing.
I don't know.
I mean, it's a solid and major, so they're not GGing, but this, yeah, this game
But
has
it's
been on for a while.
GG, and they will call it.
Congrats,
Congratulations. Adroit playing incredibly adroitly to secure their berth. The Philippines looking strong going into this first major.
That's a good name. Adroit. I didn't realize that it meant in a clever or skillful way.
That was exactly
Adroitly?
what they
That's
did.
that's exactly.
Clever, skillful, and
That's what it means. Okay.
decisive victory.
Adroitly.
In French, it's like to your right, so that means they're right. Adroit?
Adroit.
Adroit. If it's spelled like
Where's
that.
the R?
I mean, where is the R? There, it's in there.
Never mind. In the
Oh,
French.
it's saying, in French.
We can't pretend like we're educated on this. God. See what I mean?
No,
Did you wait?
Huh?
Did you guys go to college?
I went.
Yeah.
Some
Went
of
to
the
college.
time.
Did you go to college?
For a little bit.
Han College doesn't count.
No.
No.
Well, let's get into it after.
Okay. We're
These
going to talk
messages.
more about your educational experience, but we do have an update. I believe Alliance is up 1-0 in their series, so that wraps up Southeast Asia. We are all done with the Kings Cup coverage of the MDL Chengdu qualifiers for Southeast Asia. I think China's wrapping up today as well. So we're moving on to Europe now. We will have the remainder of at least that series. I think there's one more after it, right, David?
I think it's the last Europe series.
Oh, is that the last series? Okay. Well, we'll bring you whatever European Dota we can. So we'll take that quick break. We'll be right back.